How's it going, guys? Stas here. Welcome back to another video. So listen, you saw the title. We have 5 oversold stocks to break down today that I'm watching very closely heading into this new week. As you guys know, the markets have been destroyed. We have to keep an eye on these 5 stocks. So if y'all find value, hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and get your 30 stocks from Moo. Deposit at least $100, you get 5 stocks. Deposit at least $2,000, you get 25 more stocks, and your uninvested cash now will earn up to 8.1% APY. Just use that link down below or go to stasurfest.com/moo. And guys, you have 2 more days to get on this deal. So again, get on it. Link down below. The clock's ticking. And now let's dive into it. So we're going to break down these 5 stocks I'm watching right now, as again, the stock market is getting hit. And for all we know, guys, we're probably going to go lower. So these stocks we're going to break down, they might slip even more in the short term. But either way, we're going to break down the charts, my thoughts here, what I'm looking to do, entry, exit points, all that good stuff. So let's get into it. And by the way, if you guys didn't see, yesterday on Friday, the markets got hit. We had the S&P go down 2%, QQQ down 2.6%. The Russell went down 2% as well, and the Dow went down, let's see, about 1.7% as the VIX broke back over 21 points. I'm pretty sure it was up 14-15% on the day. What a rough way to end off the week. And clearly the S&P, looking here at SPY, got rejected at the 180 moving average here on the 4-hour chart, and it's the same exact thing on QQQ. If I pull this up, zoom in a little bit, you guys can see on the 4-hour time frame here, we got hit like no other at that 180 SMA, and now we're testing the lows from a couple of weeks ago. And by the looks of it, man, we might take these lows out on QQQ and on SPY. Same thing, right? So with that being said, again, realize it might get worse in the short term, right? Volatility might get worse as well with uncertainty, the tariffs. You guys know what's going on, right? April 2nd's right around the corner. So keep that in mind. The landscape we're in right now is not normal whatsoever. And this has been the case now pretty much the last month and a half. It's been rough. So let me show you guys now some charts I'm watching, stocks I'm looking at, and I've been buying, I think, one of these. The first one, let me pull it up, Amazon, AMZN. I bought more a couple of days ago, and I've owned this stock now for, I think, over 2 years, 2.5 years. I started buying in 2023, maybe the end of 22. I have to go back and check, but I've owned it for a little bit now, and I started buying in the 80s, 90s, that range, and I've bought all the way up, quite frankly. And Amazon's now one of my core holdings, and it's one of these stocks that every time it comes down a bit, 10, 15, 20%, I'm always looking at dollar cost average, right? And at this point, we're down 20% from all-time highs. In other words, we're pretty much on the cusp of a bear market right now on this stock. And just like QQQ and the S&P, we saw those charts, right? Amazon is testing the lows now from earlier in March. And by the looks of it, man, it might take this low out. We might just do exactly that and slip even further, which would make it obviously more oversold. So I am buying up this dip like no other right now. There's a couple of stocks I'm buying. If you guys saw my video yesterday, I'm sure you guys saw what stocks I've been buying. Amazon, I think I mentioned it in that video, but yeah, I've been buying this one. I bought recently, I think at $200. Now we're at $192, so we are down a little bit from that point. And again, we're testing the multi-week support $190. If that breaks, we could be slipping further. So I'm looking to buy a bunch of Amazon in this window right here between, let's say, I'm drawing out some trend lines right here based on old supports, right? So if we take out, let's say, 190, I think we fill the gap down to about $180. That was support all throughout October, right? If that were to break, I think we'd fill the gap down to about 170-ish. We double bottomed there back in the end of August, early September. Then we broke out. So that is where we could potentially be going, right? So realize we're not out of the woods yet on pretty much all these stocks, guys, right? But I think buying opportunities are here and they're going to be in the future, as I don't see the volatility or the selling, quite frankly, ending in the next couple of weeks. I think we'll get more opportunities here moving forward. So Amazon, I'm eyeing up here very, very much so in the 180 to 190 window. I think if we fill that gap down to 180, I think that's possible. I'll definitely be buying more there, especially if it gets down to 170 again somehow. You can see the low is 150, right? Yeah, we hit that back in August. That is a support that we could go to as well, although we are kind of far away from that. But if things get super ugly, Amazon could be going down to 150, which I would be buying it hand over fist at that point. As a long-term investment, right? No doubt about it. So that's Amazon, the first one, AMZN. Starbucks is one that I'm eyeing up right now, more so as a trade, but with the market being the way it is, it's kind of, hard to swing trade in this market. But if we get some stabilization, maybe a couple of green days in a row, right? Which, I mean, hey, it feels like wishful thinking at this point, but my alert's at 101. The uptrend overall on Starbucks is holding. It looks pretty good in my opinion. So if we're able to somehow start pushing over 100 again, 101, start breaking this resistance from the last couple of weeks, I think Starbucks could start seeing a big move here, maybe to at least 105, 110. Ultimately, if things were to reverse from here, the stock market were to start breaking out again, which, again, I don't think that's going to happen necessarily in the short term. But eventually, I think we could start pushing 110, 115 again on Starbucks. And again, this is more for a trade. Amazon's a long-term investment for me. But again, in this uncertain market, Starbucks could easily break trend here. And in that case, it goes out the window. But I'm watching it either way closely this upcoming week. Same with Micron, ticker symbol MU. Micron is approaching now a big level of support on this 4-hour time frame. You guys can see we've held $83 to $85 pretty steadily for months, ever since the early days of August. And no joke, guys, each time that we've hit this support, and it's been like 10 times, we've rallied off of it quite substantially. I mean, look, we hit $85 early August, then we rallied to 110, came back to 85, rallied to 112, then we chilled in the 100 to 112 range for a couple of months, then we dumped back down to the low mid 80s right here. You guys see, right? Then we pop back up, down, up, down, up. I mean, this has been one of the most predictable sideways trading channels I've seen in a while, but that doesn't mean it's going to do it again. It doesn't mean it's going to do it again, and as of now, quite frankly, it's a falling knife. So we have to wait for the confirmation, for the reversal, and once we get that, hey, Micron could be a nice move back to, the low hundreds, potentially even higher than that. So MU, I'm eyeing up here in the low, or really the mid-high 80s. I'm watching it closely. Microsoft is another one that doesn't look great whatsoever on the 4-hour chart. I mean, this stock's been struggling a lot more than a lot of the big tech names out there. Microsoft hasn't hit an all-time high, let's see here, since July, so it's been almost a year. A good 8-9 months since all-time highs were hit, whereas Amazon, Google, Meta, a lot of these hit highs recently in the last couple of months. Microsoft has not hit highs in a while. It's been downtrending for a while now, and it looks like we're going for the lows. We're going for the lows here on Microsoft. We hit 374 back earlier in March. Now we're at 377, and this is one that it's not really a swing trade. I'm actually eyeing it up for a position, a long-term position, especially if it slips down to the mid-300s and somehow, some way, low 300s. I'll be adding it to my portfolio, which honestly, man, I haven't owned Microsoft in a long time. I can't even remember the last time I've owned this stock. It's not a bad company. It's just that I don't want too much exposure to big tech. Right now, I only have Amazon, Google, and Netflix. Or not Netflix. Netflix, I wish I bought when it was at 100, 150. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day, guys. But yeah, I don't have many big tech names. So I would love to add Microsoft at the right price. I'm not going to force it. If it gets there, awesome. If not, it is what it is. But look, you guys see on this 3-year chart, we're looking pretty good on Microsoft. Still, and this shows the 180 SMA is at 340. So we're at 380 now. We could be coming down a bit more, maybe to test that moving average. So that's Microsoft. And before we dive into the last one here, guys, make sure to hit the like button first of all. Subscribe here on YouTube on the main channel. I'm actually doing a giveaway on my second channel. Once we hit 1,000 subs, a cash giveaway. That's linked down below. And join the email list. I have a free email list where I send out my stocks right to your email every single week. That is linked down below. Make sure you guys get in there. And the last stock here is Roblox. RBLX is the ticker, which I'm seeing some things here. I'm seeing a bit of a bullish divergence if you zoom in a bit on the 4-hour chart. And mind you, we're not breaking out by any means yet, but I'm seeing a bit of a bullish divergence. Arguably, we have a golden cross slowly in the making here, but obviously we're not confirming the breakout yet. So Roblox for me is more of a trade. I think it's a bit beaten up in the short term. If we get a relief rally in the overall stock market, once we, I think we'll have a bit more downside here in the short term on SPY and QQQ, right? But once we get a similar rally to what we had here, we got a nice rally from the 13th of March to literally just a couple of days ago. Once we get a similar rally to that, which we will eventually, I think Roblox is going to be a nice snapback candidate for a trade. I think, hey, we get down, even if we got down to 50, 55, guys, it'll be a nice rebound trading opportunity, and I'm eyeing it up for that reason, right? I'm eyeing it up for that reason, so I'm going to set my alert here at $60. I'll also put one at, let's do one at like $57. Mark is at or below on that one, so let me do that really quick. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. And full disclosure, I don't own all these stocks. The only one I own right now is Amazon, but I'm eyeing them all up, either for a trade or for an investment based on what I said for each of the stocks. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Again, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and get your 30 stocks from Moomoo. Deposit at least $100. You get 5 stocks. Deposit at least $2,000. You get 25 more stocks, and your uninvested cash now will earn up to 8.1% APY. Guys, I'm telling you, it's a no-brainer, and the deal runs out in 2 days. 2 days. So use that link down below or go to StockSurfest.com/Moomoo. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you guys in the next one.